What's up, squad? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. So, guys, August reading is here. Let's jump into it. Let's see what is going on in our lives. It's been a very exciting time. One, I'm glad that we're getting out of this whole retrograde season. I love all my Cancers out there, but July was a very emotional month. Oh my goodness. I feel like a lot of necessary changes happened, but I'm really ready for this Leo energy that we're all about to take on, where we kind of just get over the whole crying parts of life and we just take life by the balls and we take control of everything that we have going on around us. So I really hope that everyone is able to really step into that power. But let's see what's going on, guys. Now, this will be covering Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Taurus signs. Keep in mind, guys, I do post daily energies every day on Instagram, High Vibrations 44, so you can always check out what to expect in your day. And then for anyone looking to get a personal reading, all the information to get that is in the description below. So you guys could always check that out. All right, squad. So we have past, present, and future. All right, guys. So the energy that we have here is the Four of Swords, okay? So when you have this Four of Swords energy, this is you being in a place where it's like, okay, I'm going to think the most logical way that I can about how I'm going to move forward. If it does not make sense, if things don't add up, I'm not doing it. This is a person that they really just take a mental hiatus and they're not going to move forward with things until they're absolutely sure that, again, it just makes the most sense. But there could be something that's mentally holding you back. It's like someone is hesitant to move forward, but with the Eight of Swords, it's when you're being held back and you're kind of like being guarded in a way. There's something that you're not seeing, whether it's you really just not seeing it or you not wanting to see it. Even behind that, guys, we have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse and the Seven of Wands in the reverse, even the Six of Swords. So there's definitely something that needs to be moved on from, but there's some sort of hesitation. So let's see what this is about, squad. And let's get into this reading. Now, starting with the past, the first card that you guys have is the Page of Swords. With the Page of Swords, this could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini energy, but this is just going to be a very honest form of communication, whether it's coming from you or another person. And I know I say this every time, guys, but just for anyone who's new, just keep in mind that the energies here could be transferable. So it could be something I'm picking up about you, or it could be about someone else. Now we have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, the Six of Wands in the reverse. So something honest was said, okay? Something honest was spoken, and because of this honesty, a person is realizing that there's something they can't move forward with, that is just not going to be successful because of this honesty. The next card that we have here is the Ace of Wands. Swayze, what are you doing? Eli, open the door for the cat, please. Thank you, baby. So with the Ace of Wands, a passionate new beginning. Okay, whether you're going into it or you're hearing about a new beginning that's happening, but for a lot of you, there could have been some sort of, just close the door, babe. Thanks. So with this new beginning, guys, there could have been, you know, it's like whatever you were moving away from, this was helping you to recover from it. When you have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, this is someone who could have been sad, could have felt like left out in the cold. Maybe they were having financial troubles, but when it's in the reverse, you're getting out of that. You're in manifestation mode. There's just some sort of ending that had to happen at a time where maybe you weren't 100% ready to let go, but you did. Okay, so I feel, you know, with this Ace of Wands, it could be something new coming in for sure that, you know, would be good. You have the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So you have this, you know, some sort of new beginning and just seeing life for what it is. This is when all cards are put on the table, okay, pun intended. But this is when, you know, anything that could have been hidden, any sort of illusions, any, you know, if there were several forms of, or several versions of a story, this is you getting the right one, okay? So let's see why that's there. Two cards fell. We have the Chariot in the reverse and the Fool card. So the biggest thing here with this Chariot in the reverse is the fact that you know that there was something you just couldn't control anymore. So it's like, okay, at this point, I have to start new. I have to go on a new path. I have to, you know, discover unmarked territory because this just isn't going to work. Maybe you had a conflict with someone with something that wasn't working, or maybe you kind of just ended it in like a cold or harsh way, or it just ended in that way. So let's see why the Ace of Swords in the reverse is here. We have the High Priestess in the reverse And the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Honestly, guys, I feel like maybe there's some sort of manipulation of some sort happening here. Whether it came from your end or someone else's end, it's like there's a sense of arguing with whatever it is that you have to let go of, or maybe someone who's upset about, you know, having to let go of something. And I feel like it's making another person question themselves. Should I let this go? Am I being crazy? Do I really know what I think I know? Or is this shit all in my head? The High Priestess, whether she's in the upright or in the reverse, she always knows what's going on. He always knows what's going on. Whoever, you know, encompasses this card knows what's going on. But when you're in the reverse, there's something that's making you doubt what you know. Or maybe you just don't want to, you know, put a finger on what it is that you know. But what you do know is that something is a waste of time and effort. All right? So we leave that shit at that. So in the present moment, guys, the first card that we have here is the Tower card in the reverse. You've dodged a bullet. Okay, I know a lot of you are going to ask me what deck this is, where is it? So this is the Golden Universal Tarot, guys. Okay, it's always my Tauruses and my Leos pretty much that go crazy over this deck because we just like nice things. So the shiny gold, I feel like it gets to a lot of us. But yes, guys, you're dodging a bullet here with the Tower card in the reverse. Okay, not only that, but despite how hard you could have taken this, there's something, you know, just with this being your energy starting off, you know, in the future, with the Five of Cups in the reverse, you're healing. You know, you're not in a, it's like you're not as weak as you might have been in the past. You're not struggling as much as you might have. And that's the shit that I always say about Taurus. And like, people don't believe it, but I think the most difficult thing for a person to learn about a Taurus, if they don't know anything about Tauruses, is that we really seem like we're always going to be there. Especially when we're very, very invested in a situation. But as much as it's Taurus's downfall, out of every zodiac sign, I think that will go the furthest for a person, honestly, because we have that sort of patience. But it's like people are like, holy shit, when we finally, like, we're fed up and we go. So yes, it's a downside that we stay for so long, but when we leave, it's like, no, I have done everything. I have done absolutely everything. You can't tell me shit. You can't call me nothing. You can't complain to your friends. Like, I have tried everything and I know this shit isn't going to work. So that's the good side, because the Taurus, because of that quality, you're not going to live with the what if. You already, you know, lived out every what if scenario. So when a Taurus leaves, it's because they're sure. Okay. Tauruses, we stick around. We're really people that we want to understand you. Yes, we could be a little bit stubborn, but you know, life happens. We know that. Just talk to us. But yes, let's see why this is here. Sorry, guys, I'm getting into my rant. I'm just happy that I'm finally, like, I'll be completely caught up with all work next week. And I'm just excited. Like, I feel lighter. I've been behind for so long because of this move, and just life kicked my ass, guys. Especially emotionally, my ass was really just kicked, and I had to recuperate from that, you know? So we have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. So a huge burden was released. And we have the 8 of Cups, okay? You walked away from something, burdens released, catastrophe avoided, all right? Here is the main energy that we're working with, guys. This is the center of the reading, the next card for the present moment. 10 of Pentacles. This should just be a card for a Taurus. For a lot of you in work, this could be a promotion. This could be a lump sum of money coming in. This could just be you handling a lot of money, you know, having access to a lot of money. If it's not that, it's something that's going to make you feel extremely abundant. This is what every card is going to tie into. You guys are exactly where you need to be right now. Whatever you released got you here, okay? You're in a place where you're realizing that you have certain things in your life that you were meant to accomplish, that you're meant to do, and you just weren't on that path, but now you realize that and you're getting on it. You have the 10 of Cups in the reverse, and you have the 5 of Swords in the reverse. So this is what this means, guys. On a level of growth, you're there. We can't deny that. On an emotional level, there's just something that you might be taking a little hard. Okay, Tauruses, we go hard, so that's why it's so difficult for us to just let things go, because we invest so much time in it, and just so much energy in it. But the conflict is gone. Okay, emotions pass, guys. Okay, but you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're just compromising, you know, other aspects in your life, especially when it has to do with finances. A broke Taurus is not a happy Taurus. Last card for the present moment, the Sun card. Blessings pouring in, a lot of things coming to light. This could also, I also see this as a Moon card sometimes, where, you know, things could be revealed that maybe a person hadn't seen before. We have the Four of Cups. And we have the Magician. You couldn't have both, guys. Because you're choosing not to accept this in your life anymore, blessings are pouring in. Taurus, this is going to be a very powerful time for us, okay? This is where I say I love you guys, and I really just want you guys to kind of put emotions to the side, okay? We had our Cancer season. We went through all these retrogrades. We went through all the bullshit. You're standing. So take on some of that Leo energy. Say fuck anything that's making me feel this way, and this is what I want. Now, with the future, the first card that we have is the Knight of Cups. This could be Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio energy that is significant in your life, or just someone who's very charismatic, you know, a good talker, very loving. We have the Page of Wands. Let's get one more card here. And we have the Hanged Man. There's going to be some sort of offer that comes in. And this is going to be at a time where maybe you feel weak. Maybe you feel like you've been through a lot. Maybe you feel like you're just tired, okay? And you just need some sort of breakthrough. Here it is. And here's how you know what your breakthrough is. With the Hanged Man, this is going to be something that feels natural. This is not a person that allows other people or other situations to make them look stupid, because you're going to feel the awkwardness before walking into that situation. And this isn't someone who goes against their soul or what they really feel on the inside is not good for them. So it's like you follow your truth, you follow your path, you follow what seems natural to you. And by you just being you and being authentically you, that's why you come into something that's going to be very amazing. But you have to realize, here are the last two cards for the future. There may be something here that just doesn't work out because someone is exposed in some sort of way, or some sort of secret comes out. Why is this Three of Pentacles in the reverse here? You have the Emperor. And we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. You're going to have to be in a place where you can boss up. This is someone that, as opposed to thinking with their heart, they're going to think with their logic. This is someone who's been through a lot in life. And it's kind of like what I was telling myself the other day, because I recently went through something that, had I gone through it 10 years ago, I would have acted completely different. I probably would have looked crazy as fuck. But I was able to let it go so gracefully, because I know I have this, because I've seen what crazy looks like before, because I don't let anyone get me out of my element like that anymore. So there's something here that has that ability to get you out of your element, where you just don't see eye to eye with this person or with this situation or with this group of people, and there's just an imbalance here, okay? So you have to take the high road here, Taurus, all right? So let's see what it is that's being exposed. We have the Temperance card in the reverse. And we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So there's a progression happening here, okay? For some of you, before I put this down, maybe this has to do with the Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, or maybe this has to do with something that you're very passionate about, whether you're like an entrepreneur and you're like in charge of it, or you just have like great influence in whatever it is that you're doing. So here's a progression, guys. So we have the High Priestess in the reverse as the past. So you see the progression where it's like, you know, I'm not sure about this. My soul is trying to tell me something about this, but I'm not 100%. And now, what your soul was trying to tell you comes out. For those of you that didn't want to see a truth, you're going to see it. And maybe this is your truth. Maybe somebody didn't want to see your truth, and now they're going to see it. But this is going to be one of those scenarios where a lot of us will have confirmation for what we already know. Okay? So just be prepared for that, guys. And just know at the end of the day, feelings are just feelings. That's all it is. It's literally a vibration. So take a moment, take a deep breath, and let it pass. Understand why you feel that way. And honestly, just be happy that we even have the capacity to feel. That's the way I see it. Like, at this point, I don't even get mad at people if they try to fuck me over. It's like, you know what? I loved you once and there was a reason for it, so I'm just gonna do me. But let's see, guys, what the advice is gonna be moving forward with this, because this is definitely very interesting. Good night, baby. I love you. Can I get a kiss? Are you clothed? Do you have clothes on? All right, come here. I love you. All right. Sorry guys, my house is kind of a mess still getting the decorations up and stuff. But yeah, let's see what's going on here. But yeah, we always know what's going on. We always know what's going on. And sometimes it could just hurt to have confirmation. It's like, damn, I thought you were shitty, but you really are shitty. And here it is. We have the Empress card. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Temperance card. Here with the Seven of Wands, this is saying stand your ground despite the adversity that you're feeling. There's something that we're not moving forward with. Knight of Pentacles, that's us. In the reverse, we're not doing it. We're just not doing it. So it's something that most likely it's going to be the Taurus deciding not to move forward. But because of that, there could be a new beginning that comes in that that really speaks to your soul. So let's clarify this. We have the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. Seven of Swords. And we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. Nine of Wands in the reverse as the energy now. The path that Taurus is going to want to take in the month of August is probably going to be the most uncomfortable one. It's probably going to be the one that you probably don't want to take. Tauruses, we are very stubborn. We are very territorial. What's ours is ours, and we don't like dropping it. It's like, dude, I just invested this much time, or hey, I just invested this much time in this, so I'm gonna need to hold on to that. But Taurians, we cannot do that. So it's going to make you a little bit uncomfortable with what it is that you have to let go of, but greatness comes in after that. Okay, I said this on my Instagram not too long ago, that I don't even stress shit anymore. Because with how life has changed for me, it's just like, if I don't get something, it's because it's not meant for me. And it's not because I'm not good enough for it. It's not because, anything bad on my part, or bad about my character. It's just that I know the universe has something bomb, and I just have to wait for what that is in whatever area I'm looking in. So I'm just chill, guys, because what's for you cannot be taken. It cannot be compromised. It cannot be... it just can't be ripped from your life. What's meant for you will always be there. So if you feel like you're constantly fighting to keep something, it's because it's not yours to keep. And that's what it comes down to. I'll be very honest, and I know I've been doing such short videos, but yeah, I just wanted to get all this work out. But for the last year or so, guys, I practically I fell in love with the wrong person. Okay, I'll be honest about that. But it was just someone who taught me so much about my soul. And sometimes understanding the darkness in others can help you to understand the darkness within yourself. That can also help you to understand just who you are, because we're both dark and light. How can you be happy and giddy about life if you don't understand how low you could get in life, So this is weird, and I never spoke about it while I was living there, but I just moved this past month in July. The house that I used to live in prior to this, I was there for 2 years, and I can't explain it, but the house protected me. There was 2 or 3 occasions where there was people that came in, and I didn't know it at the time, but they had very bad intention towards me. And one of them just ended up leaving while I was in the backyard. It was the weirdest thing. But something happened to scare each of these people off. And I'm like, that's so powerful. So a few months ago, I'm with the person that I was talking to you guys about, and we fall asleep on the couch. And I don't know why this didn't, why it wasn't a wake up call at the moment. But I'm literally I have my head on top of this person's shoulder. And guys, I kid you not, there's nobody else in the house. We're completely alone. My arm is grabbed. And it's like somebody pulls me off of this person. And it was opposite from the way that we were laying down. So it's not something that could have came from them. They would have had to get up, go on my other side, and pull me the opposite way. So I'm just okay, maybe it's in my head. Maybe I had a shot too much of tequila. So I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Did you feel that? And they were just no, what are you talking about? They were completely oblivious to this. And then I fall back asleep, and it literally happens again, but it's harder this time. 3 or 4 minutes later after I fell asleep. And I'm like, holy shit. And now I'm realizing that my ancestors were just like, bitch, what are you doing? And my house was trying to warn me. But it was the type of situation that it wasn't gonna go away until I made it go away. Because it was the type of situation where I can keep it around forever if I want, but it's not healthy. So this reading, guys, I totally personally resonate with it, because it's just like, I got to that Taurus limit where it's just like, okay, I'm sorry. I know that you're so used to me being here, but you're done. You're done. So yeah, that's what I was going through, guys. So there's just so many days where I'm like, yes, I'm gonna get up and I'm going to do 15 readings today for clients after I cry for 2 more hours. And so it was just a lot that I had to deal with. It's not easy for me to like people. So when I do like a person, I feel kind of offended when it's not reciprocated at the same extent, but I'm getting through that. But guys, yeah, I really, really like this reading. There's going to be a lot coming in for Taurus. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. If you guys resonate with this, let me know. Tell me your story in the comments. But for those of you that would like your own personal reading, highvibrationswithliz.com. So I have a new system now, guys. Before I was doing 30-minute readings, and honestly, it was just too much. Not because it was too much time, but because for 95% of the people I read for, I would have their message and everything they wanted to know within 5 minutes. So it's just me mindlessly, just shuffling and just taking up time. And it's inefficient. So I only offer 15-minute readings now. It's been the greatest thing ever, because now I'm finally like caught up. By Saturday, I'll be completely caught up. So it's just been an amazing system. I don't dread doing personal readings anymore. So if you guys want to check that out, I have a whole bunch of spots open for next week and the week after. So yeah, just pick the day that you want on the calendar. I'll get it out to you by then or before. And yeah, I think that's about it. I love you, squad. Take care, guys.